guys, it's me, Amaya's Playtime, and if you notice this week, I'm kind of catching up on some of the series that, I kind of forgotten, and this one is Winter According to Humphrey. I'm sorry I've been doing it, it's still winter, so we can still do it. So they were going to, Miss Lark and all that stuff. So if you haven't seen the last couple of videos, I suggest you to watch that first. Chapter 5. Presents, presents, presents. I wanted to take you home for Christmas, but we're going to my grandparents' farm, Helpful Holly explained in the car. It was Friday afternoon. I was on my way to her house for the weekend. I couldn't see where we were going because her mom put a blanket over my cage so I wouldn't get cold. I tried burying under my bedding, but every time a car turned the corner, I slid from one side to the cage to the other. My tummy felt a little wobbly from all the sliding, and at one point I got dangerously close to my poop corner, which something I tried to avoid. Why couldn't Humphrey come with us to Grandma and Grandpa's farm? Holly asked her mom, who was driving. I told you, Holly. It's too long of a drive for a hamster, especially in the cold. Miss Hanson answered. Miss Hanson is Holly's mom. And Grandma and Grandpa have enough animals on the farm already. I've never been to a farm, but I've heard about them, and I wasn't interested in meeting some of those farm animals, such as large horses and cows and chickens with sharp beaks. But they'll have a hamster, and I take care of him and make sure nothing happened to him, Holly said. The car slowed down and then stopped. My wobbly tummy felt better right away. Could I give Humphrey his present when he's somewhere else? Holly asked. I was going to make even a little stocking for him. I thought for that for a while while she carried me to the house. Why would Holly make one stocking for me when I have 4 paws? My cage thumped and bumped as Holly carried it into the house. At last the blanket came up and I realized my cage was sitting on Holly's desk. I turned to look at it and saw 4 eyes staring at me. Eek! I squeaked. Billy, Lily, this is Humphrey, Holly said. I looked again and saw that the 4 eyes belonged to 2 bright orange fish, swimming in a tank on the decks. In the middle of the tank was a bright orange castle. Humphrey, these are my goldfish. Do you like them? Holly asked. Yes, I squeaked, and then Holly giggled. I wasn't sure how much I liked Billy and Lily. But I tried to be polite. I'm going to do my homework right away, Holly explained. Then I can spend the rest of the weekend making presents. Remember what Miss Brisbane said? I squeaked. If only she could understand me. She doesn't want to give me gifts, but I already started, and I don't want you to stop now, she said. Of course, I can't let you see your present, Humphrey, she told me. Excuse me. I want it to be a surprise. I love surprises, as long as they're the good kind. And I love, love, love presents. My mind started racing, trying to imagine what Holly would make for me. I already knew that Holly was not a lazy human. She was always the first to raise her hand when Miss Brisbane asked for a helper. I also noticed that Holly could be a little too helpful at times. Miss Brisbane's favorite plant died when Holly gave it way too much water, because she thought it would grow more that way. The poor plant drowned. Rolly Rosie got annoyed because Holly wanted to push her wheelchair when she didn't need help. And forgetful Phoebe didn't like it one bit when Holly reminded her of all the things that she hadn't even forgotten. I knew Holly meant well, but I didn't know if it was a good idea for her to try and make so many gifts, especially when Miss Brisbane told her to stop. Remember in the last chapter, she was so tired like she could barely stay awake because she was making all those presents, and she didn't get any sleep. See, I have this giant book for holiday crafts. Holly picked up a book and opened it. As she thumbed through it, I saw page after page of things to make. It was introductions about how to make them. She showed me the picture and then told me about some of the gifts she was planning. She was making a bookmark for the librarian, a lanyard for Mrs. Wright's loud, loud, loud whistle. Miss Wright is the PE teacher at Longfellow School, and as far as I'm concerned, I liked her better if she didn't have a whistle at all. I'm making a calendar for how Phoebe remember the dates and the cloth bag for Rosie to hang on the side of her wheelchair to keep things in, she told me. Oh, and I'm making a miniature garden for Miss Brisbane to replace the plant that died. Holly's list was so long, I couldn't remember everything she was making. She did say that she was making something special for Long's take, but she didn't say anything about my present. Yeah, Humphrey, because it's supposed to be a surprise. Then she started snipping and clipping and gluing. She had music playing in the background, which was nice, until I heard jingle bells and thought about Joey. I hope he felt better, because you noticed in the last couple episodes, which you might have forgotten because, I haven't uploaded for a little while, but Miss Lark was being especially rude to Joey for singing off key. And Joey felt so sad that he didn't even sing at all, because she was being so rude. That's not nice. Holly, don't you want to watch a movie with us? Mr. Hanson asked when he came in after dinner. I didn't even go my presents, Holly said. It's only 2 weeks until winter break, and I have 25 presents to make. That's a lot of presents. So many? Mr. Hanson's eyebrows went up. Who are they for? Everyone in my class, Holly said, and the teachers, and the principal, and everyone I know. Mr. Hanson shook his head. I don't think everyone in your class will be making your presents for you. That's fine, Holly said. I like giving presents, and I don't need any in return. Well, don't stay up too late, her dad said. After he was gone, I watched Holly cut and paste, color and tape, and fold and glue. She used yarn, cloth, paper, and cardboard. She worked so long. I finally curled to my sleeping hut and closed my eyes, even though I'm usually wide awake at night. I must have dozed up, because I woke up when Holly's mom came in and told she had to go to bed right away. It's an hour past your bedtime. Miss Hanson turned off the music. But all I made is a bookmark and 2 snowman finger puppets, Holly complained. Holly, you're trying to do too much. Her mom said. Yes, I squeaked. I was getting tired of watching Holly work. Holly didn't agree. Mom, it's Christmas and Hanukkah, and that's where you give the presents to the people you like, right? Yes, but you could give them each a card, Miss Hanson said. Now put on your pajamas. You don't want to keep Humphrey awake, do you? Mrs. Hanson is a very thoughtful human. I don't know about Holly, but I was so tired. I fell asleep as soon as she went to bed, until a bright light woke me up. I crawled out of my sleeping hut, and saw that she was busy again, weaving a lantern for Miss Wright's whistle, and a flashlight popped up on her desk. Hi, Humphrey, Holly was I'm going to make a few more presents. Oh no, she disobeyed. So the parents told her to go to bed. Then when her parents would leave a couple hours later, she got up, put on her red coat, and started making more presents. Okay, I squeaked. Although to speak the truth, I don't think it was okay for her to do it so late at night. After all, humans and hamsters need plenty of sleep. I'm not sure about fish, though, because Billy and Lily always have their eyes and their mouths open. Holly picked up her scissors and cut some paper. Then she yawned. Holly picked up a marker and colored the paper. Then she yawned. I yawned, too. She was gluing some yarn on the paper when the door opened and Holly's dad came in. Holly, get to bed now, he said. He sounded upset, so Holly didn't argue. She went right to bed. Humphrey, I'm counting on you to make sure she stays in bed, Mr. Hanson told me. Me? I squeaked. I'll try. He chuckled and turned off the lights. When he was gone, I kept an eye on Holly. I wasn't sure what I'd do if she tried to get up again, but luckily she slept slowly for the rest of the night. I guess I did too, because the next morning I knew, bright sunlight steamed through the window. Humphrey's winter wonderings. How many presents could Billy and Lily make? They never seem to sleep at all. I think we have time for one more chapter. Chapter 6, A Sweet Idea. Usually I go home with a classmate for the weekend. We do fun things, but all Holly wanted to do is work on her presents. Luckily on Saturday, her mom insisted that Holly go shopping with her. Once they were gone, I was sure they weren't coming back for a while, I decided to take a break from my cage. I was curious about Holly's list of presents, especially curious with the one name on the wrist. A name that starts with hum and ends with Y. It didn't take me long to jiggle my lock on my door. Door open. Remember the lock that doesn't lock, you jiggle doesn't open? But no human knows. Not yet. Hopefully they don't find out. As I strolled across Holly's desktop, I was careful not to knock over any of the jars of glitter and paints, or to step on something sharp, like a paper clip or a pair of scissors. Okay, my camera's stuck. I could see 4 eyes following me as I passed by Billy and Lily. Don't mind me, I told them I'm just looking for the list. Finn's mouth was open and closed. It looked as if they were talking, but there was no sound unless bubbling water. Were they trying to tell me something? I paused to look at them, and they stared back at me. And never, ever blinked. When I had adventures outside my cage, I tried to make sure no one would see me. It felt odd to have Billy and Lily staring at me, but I was almost positive that they couldn't tell Holly I'd been out of my cage. I hurried past the tank and found the list sitting between a box of watercolors and a giant book of crafts. It was a long list, so I started at the bottom and worked my way up to the top. Of course, it's not easy for a small hamster to read the huge letters that humans write, but Holly's writing was neat, so I could make other names. Just as she said, there was Mr. Fitch's name with a bookmark after it, and landlord with Mrs. Wright's name right next to it. I saw Fleming's calendar and Rosie's carry-all, and a few things that I didn't know about, such as tissue paper and wreaths for some of my friends. I moved on to the list of all names. Next to it, Holly had written mermaid. Og was getting a mermaid for his take, and I was surprised, especially because I didn't think mermaids were real. I wanted to give Og his first gift, but I didn't think I could come up anything close to a mermaid. I was almost at the top of the list when I saw him writing the name in front above Miss Brisbane's name. I saw a great big Humphrey. But I was just squeakily disappointed to see this after a name. Question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. So she doesn't know what gift she's going to make Humphrey get. What kind of gift is that? I heard a door slam, so I scurried back to my cage. When Holly came in, she went straight to her presents some more while I watched. I saw a glue candy case and picture frames, which was a useful and yummy gift. Then she made a bookmark with the words "Reading Rocks" on it. By the time her parents told it was time for bed, she checked off a few gifts on her list, but she hadn't crossed off mermaid. I was pretty sure my name still had those question marks after it. Holly went to sleep wide awake. She might have been exhausted from working so hard. Even in the dark, I could feel Billy and Lily staring at me, opening and closing their mouths. What were they trying to tell me? I finally crawled into my sleeping hut. After a while, I dozed off. I had a strange dream about a tiny packaging sitting next to my cage. It had a tiny card that said, "To Humphrey, from Holly." I nodded the lid and opened the box in it, and there was a little carrot. I love carrots. So I nibbled off a piece. It was yummy. To my amazement, the carrot suddenly grew bigger. Since I'm a curious hamster, I took another bite. This time the carrots grew bigger and bigger until it was bigger than I am. Because I'm growing and growing and growing. I had to jiggle open the lock that doesn't lock to escape before the giant carrot took over my cage, the room, and the whole entire world. Luckily, I woke up before that happened. My heart was pounding, but it quieted down when I realized it was only a dream. I've been thinking a lot about Holly's gift to me, but now I wasn't quite sure I wanted anything more than peace and quiet of my comfy cage for the holidays. I guess Holly had finally worn herself out, because the next morning she slept and slept and slept some more. Finally, her mom and dad came in to see she was all right. As soon as Holly woke up, she sat in bed and said, "I gotta get to work." "Wait, Holly," her mom said on one of the bed and her dad listened to each other. "I have to continue or else I won't finish them all," Holly cried. "We're going to talk about this," Miss Hanson said. "I called Miss Brisbane last evening to talk about the gifts," she said she already told you there was no gift stage in your class. Holly moaned, "But I want everybody to like me." "Holly, you don't have to give presents to make friends," Mr. Hanson said. "But I wanted to know how much I liked them." Then it was really nice, because Holly's mom and dad both hugged her. I like to see humans hug, but if a human hugged me, it might hurt a lot. A little stroke of a finger on my back would be fine with me. If you're trying to do too much, and I'm afraid your friends will feel bad because they didn't make a present for you," Miss Hanson said. "Did you ever think about that?" I was truly sorry to see Holly's eyes fill with tears. "She had a suggestion," Miss Hanson said. "She said if you wanted to make one gift for the whole class, that would be very nice, and then we could donate the presents you made to the children to the hospital. Think about how happy they would be to receive them." "But what can I make? Everybody is so different. I can't give the whole class one bookmark or a picture frame." "We'll figure something out," Mr. Hanson said. "Now, let's have breakfast." "Pancakes?" Holly asked. Her mom and dad looked at each other and smiled. "Pancakes," they both said. Holly smiled and left the room with her parents. It would not be alone to think some more. What could Holly make for the whole class? She was right when she said everybody was different. My classmates were like snowflakes. One present wouldn't fit them all. Or would it? I decided to check out Holly's great big book while the Hansons were making and eating pancakes. Maybe I could come up with a plan. I jiggled my lemons and lock and hurried across the desktop. Then I saw them, Billy and Lily, swinging around with their wide open eyes staring at me. So I was open and closed. I thought maybe they wanted to tell me something, so I stopped in front of the tank. "Hi, Billy. Hi, Lily. My name is Humphrey." They swam, they stared, their mouths opened and closed, but they didn't say anything. Well, nice chat with you, I said. Then I hurried over to the huge book. Luckily, it was open. I'm strong for a hamster, but I'm not sure I'll be able to open up such a big, big book. I glanced at the pages I could see. There's instructions of making a reindeer out of a paper bag, forgot how to pronounce this word. It's the thing that, sorry for Hanukkah people, but it's the candle thing at Hanukkah. Menorah, made of sticks, and a clothespin angel. They were nice ideas, but not quite right for the whole class. It wasn't easy to turn the page on such a large book, but I found that I could wiggle my nose between the pages, put my head in first, and then squeeze the rest. Squeeze in the rest of me. Next, I wandered toward the middle of the book, and the pages flipped over my head. I looked at more interesting gifts: a paper cup bell, a stocking made of felt, a thumbprint Santa. I was about to give up when I turned to a page and saw it. The most beautiful house in the world. It was made of gingerbread, with cake frosting on the roof, a candy cane chimney, and yummy candy glued around the sides. The garden was covered with white and fluffy flakes, like snow. I think they call it coconut. I stared at the little house, wishing I had one just like it. All my friends would love a little candy house like that, too. Then I heard footsteps. I dashed across the deck, past Billy and Lily, and back to my cage, slamming the door behind me. I crossed my paws and waited. Sure enough, Holly went straight to her desk and sat down. Humphrey, we didn't think of a single thing that could be nice for the whole class, she said. What am I going to do? You can look at that picture in the book, I squeaked. I knew she couldn't understand me, but I wanted to help. Holly reached her hand toward the book. Yes! I looked through this book 100 times, Holly said. There's nothing there, and she moved her hand back and closed the book entirely. Oh no! I squeaked, please, see the little house? I closed my eyes. I couldn't stand to see her miss out on this wonderful idea. Wait, she said. I opened my eyes. Holly had to close the book. Instead, she was staring at the page with the house. Look at this gingerbread house, she said. Everybody would like it, don't you think? I sure do, I said. She stared at the page some more. I love to bake with Mom and Grandma. Mom could help me bake it, and I could decorate it. Holly looked so happy for the first time all weekend. She skimmed the book and headed out to her room. Mom, I just had a great idea, she shouted. It was nice to see helpful Holly smiling, even if the great idea was actually mine. Humphrey's Winter Wonderings. I wonder what it would be like to live in a house made of candy, or better yet, a house made out of carrots. Yum. And that's where we're going to stop today. I hope you enjoyed this part of Winter According to Humphrey. I wonder what will happen next. I'm glad that Holly decided just to make one gift for the whole class, because 25 gifts, that's too much. Well, if you enjoyed this part, leave a thumbs up and subscribe to Amaya's Playtime. And if you want more Winter According to Humphrey, make sure to leave a like and share this with your friends. Bye.